Got Ben Saunders back here on the program. He's going to be taking on Jake Ellenberger at UFC Fight Night 131 in Utica on June 1st. Ben, what's going on, man? How are you?
I'm great, man. I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing very well. Thanks for asking. Not everyone asks how I'm doing, so I like that. And where am I catching it today? I know usually Sunday for a lot of fighters is like a rest day or an errands day. Where am I getting you right now?
I'm actually on my way to do cryotherapy.
Oh, excellent. How is that? A lot of fighters are pretty into that these days.
I love it, man. I've done ice baths back in the day, but back when I was with Bellator, man, and they had the 3 fights in 3 months. Obviously, ice baths were probably a very good thing considering how much wear and tear can happen on, and inflammation can happen on the body with so many fights in such a short amount of time. And I actually gave myself pneumonia, so it was definitely a good change to go from ice bath, I felt, to cryotherapy for me.
I'd say so too. Yeah, you don't want to be getting any sickness again. That was kind of a bummer to hear that. But let's talk about your last fight, man. You're always in exciting matchups. That's one of the things that people can count on. And I know this was a tough one against Alan Jouban at UFC on Fox 28. What did you sort of take away from that performance that you can kind of bring into this fight?
Man, there was just a lot going on. I mean, dude, it was that was my hometown, man, and so like that's the first time I ever got to fight there, let alone with for the UFC. So like that was like kind of a dream come true, and I think I just hit even as a veteran, I kind of hit the gas. But one of the biggest things is he kind of showed he was getting winded just a little bit. Like he took a deep breath in that first round. And because I saw that, even though I was feeling fatigued and tired too, I was just like, oh, well, if he's going to show it, then screw it, man. We're just going to go 110% and keep going. And I just redlined it a little too much.
Fair enough. That's good. And you got another tough opponent here in Jake Ellenberger. How do you feel like you match up against him? I mean, he's been in the UFC for a while. I'm sure he's someone you've had your eye on for a bit.
Dude, we were supposed to fight back in 2010, so this is about 8 years in the making. I'm very happy with it. I think I match up very well against him. With my height and my reach and my striking, and obviously my jiu-jitsu. He's very tough, and yeah, like you said, man, he's a very skilled veteran. Most of his almost every loss that he has is against the top 10, or recent losses have been against top 10, top 5 guys. So, there's no doubt in my mind where his skill set is at. I'm just happy to be able to get the opportunity to prove and test myself against him.
And you had a layoff coming off your last fight, or heading into your last fight, I should say. He's got one heading into this one. Do you feel like that's going to play a factor at all in this fight, or do you think it's just he's a veteran, he knows how to keep himself in shape?
I get it. Everybody's different, man. It's possible that it could. My layoff wasn't on me, man. I was definitely trying to get fights way earlier than that. I think he was playing a smart game possibly by taking some time off. Whether or not that'll show ring rust, I guess we'll find out fight night. But I'm sure the veteran in him, he'll be in there prepared.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. How's training camp going, and who have been some of the main guys you've been working with that are helping you get ready for this fight?
Training camp's been great, man. I've actually been out here in San Diego, 10th Planet San Diego. They got 4 gyms out here. I'm actually also going to go see Eddie on Monday, and Anthony Hardonk. No, we definitely got a good squad out here, man. There's a kid, Jeremy, that fights 170 with Bellator. That is perfect stylistic. I guess you could say mirror image of what Jake may bring to the table. So I've been getting a lot of work in with him. But yeah, there's a ton of talent out here. I'm actually loving West Coast.
That's great. Did you get to work a lot with Eddie in your last camp? Just because I know there was that friendship with him and Alan, going back a few years.
No, and honestly, man, I didn't even want that fight, man.
I know he didn't. He didn't either, man. I talked to Alan. He didn't want that fight either, so it was kind of a bummer.
Yeah, and his back was against the wall, so I understood why he took it. But I didn't feel my back was against the wall, so I literally let Eddie know. I mean, it sucks, man. I definitely wouldn't have wanted to piss off the UFC or Dana White or Sean Shelby, but like in my head, I was like, in the long run of things, man, like I truthfully do believe Eddie brought me into his family of 10th Planet, and I felt it wasn't really worth it, man. It's not, like I didn't feel like it definitely made things very weird and awkward. Because there is a lot of 10th Planet out there now. I mean, it's blown up, and everyone in 10th Planet has supported both of us. And for them to either, some people pick sides, or a lot of them for sure, almost most of them were probably, just neutral and hoping for a good fight. But nonetheless, man, it was additional, I feel, emotions and stress that didn't need to be there leading into a fight. But it's the fight game, and we're both professionals, and it was also the first 10th Planet crime inside the octagon. Unfortunately I was on the losing end of it, but I think we went out there and we represented, obviously gaining fight of the night. We put it all on the line. I think we gave our team, some great recognition, and proved what we're capable of.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that was such an entertaining fight, and I think that's been the theme of your career, is that people know what they're going to expect in a fight like this, and that brings me to this fight. How do you see this fight unfolding against you and Jake Ellenberger? I think this has potential to be fight of the night.
Oh man, I mean, yeah, it definitely can. But I'm always looking to get just the bonus. Fight of the night means that we're both clubbing it out. We're both going at it. I would love to just get the bonus and win via knockout or submission. If he wants to play on the ground, I'm all for that. If he wants to stand and bang, I'm all for that too, because I got the reach, the kicks, and the go-go gadget arms that he's going to have to get inside, not to mention the tie clinch of doom. So, but again, him being shorter and stockier, he's going to be very explosive. As long as I don't get caught with a big right or left hand, I see my hand getting raised, and hopefully getting a beautiful finish, a highlight finish.
What would you do if you won the bonus money? Is there anything, you got any bills to pay, or is there something you're looking towards?
I invest everything into my career, man. Every single cent I have. That's why I'm out here on the West Coast right now. It's definitely not cheaper out here than Florida, man.
No.
Florida is a great spot for saving money. But I'm out here to try to grind and add new skills to my arsenal, and get some great training in out here. And at the end of the day, man, if I die tomorrow, I don't care what bills I had to pay. I just want to invest every cent I have while I'm still active, so I have no regrets.
I love it. You playing any video games right now? We got to get some video game talking here. Whenever we do an interview, it's like mandatory. So,
man, I was playing Call of Duty World of War II. Obviously some Fortnite. I love PUBG on the computer, but since I've been in training camp, I haven't really had the time to get too much gaming in at all. But I would say those were my, for sure, 3 go-tos.
Then that's a great selection there, and this is going to be a great fight, Ben. I'm really looking forward to it. It's a UFC Fight Night 131 from Utica on June 1st. Just remind people where they can find you on social media, and if you got any sponsors or shout-outs, the floor is yours, man.
Yeah, thank you. Definitely one of my greatest sponsors is On It, man. Thank you. Get on it. been with me for a very long time and always been a great sponsor. Also, Garden of Life. And I just want to thank everybody out here at 10th Planet San Diego, Bill, Boogie, thank Eddie Bravo, and yeah, I want to thank you for having me on, man. Thank you so much.
What's up, fight fans? If you like this video, be sure to subscribe to see even more interviews with your favorite UFC and Bellator fighters. We've also got coverage at events, including post-fight press conferences and media scrums. And if you like this video, check out the video to my right. It's worth your time.